Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you some more Scrap Mechanic. Wait a minute, we're not playing Scrap Mechanic right now? What is this? I'm really confused. Anyways, we're gonna play some Planet Coaster. I bought into the alpha. I didn't even realize until 2 days ago that this thing was even released. I saw some other YouTubers playing it, and I was like, oh, how did they get into that? That's cool. And then I realized that you could actually buy into like an early bird special or whatever you want to call it, and you can play the alpha, and you can play it all the way through alpha, beta, and into the actual release. So I'm going to do some videos of this. It's not going to replace Scrap Mechanic at all. I mean, you're still going to get the same amount of episodes. Everything you see here is just going to be extra. I love these types of games. Anything, as you know, like any game that I can go in and I can create things, those are my type of games. So this is definitely my cup of tea. I was a major fan of the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, and just to see Frontier go back and do another roller coaster game, it's got me really excited. So anyways, we're going to start by building a coaster here. I'm going to kind of just piece these together. Really, there's not a lot of content here to do a big video series, not unless you just constantly build custom coasters. There's a really limited amount of rides and everything, and they don't even have like shops and stalls. You've got facilities that you can build in buildings, but there's just a lot of things missing. Like there's only one theme right now. Well, I guess technically there's two. There's like just like a general park theme, and then there's a pirate theme. So realistically, I'm not going to get a whole lot of content out of this. I'm going to do videos here and there, and that's why I'm saying, it's not replacing Scrap Mechanic. It's just something extra that I, while I'm playing it, I might as well record it. So we're building my first coaster here. I've played around with the track editor a little bit. I didn't want to go in blind and not know how to do anything. So, but I haven't completed a coaster yet. So let's see. We're gonna try to keep the coaster. I'm gonna try to keep this one fairly realistic. I don't want it to be too over the top. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna do over the top coasters, but we're gonna try to keep this first coaster, fairly level here. So. How do I do this? Okay. They've got some new neat tricks here, like the loop. It's weird because, like, it on the other games you had to be in a certain position for the loop to even be where you could even spawn the loop. But now you can kind of do it in a lot of different positions, and it's really weird. Like this coaster designer is really cool. It takes a little bit to get used to, but you're going to see some incredible designs once people really get used to it and really start to either recreate their favorite rides or just build new crazy inventions. So I'm really looking forward to using this. We're going to curve around back this way. Also, I'm really excited. They seem to have done a lot with the building design. I love building things, so I'm definitely going to have fun. I'm going to build a huge building around the station. It'll be like the central hub for the park. And I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but hopefully we can complete the coaster, build the little station, and just kind of make everything look good in the entrance, and then maybe later on, maybe in the next day or two, I can get around it. I'm going to build like a whole pirate theme section, so let's see. Let's go down here. I'm thinking we're going to do maybe a corkscrew next, and then we'll do some more turns, maybe some minor hills, and we'll swing back around to the station and start to build the building. I'm going to probably skip over me building the actual building itself because it's going to take a while and I'm not exactly sure how to do it, so I'm not even going to attempt to talk over it. I'll just build it and we'll just kind of test everything out, ride some rides, and just look at what I've done. There we go. Okay, it took me a while to figure out the corkscrew. When I initially started it I drove it into the ground and then I got really confused when I was trying to get it to come out of the corkscrew, and oh, here it goes again. Let's see, now I just need to delete this. This is the only thing that's a little confusing to me. Let's see, we're gonna delete that. Okay, now actually that looks really funky. Let's see if we can curve it out. That's okay. I think we finally got it out. But yeah, I almost went crazy a while ago. Almost did 4 or 5 loops just to see if I could do it. But I really want to get this done. I want this to look, realistic. So we're not going to do that quite yet. They don't have it to where like the guests, at least I don't see it anywhere. There's a lot of things missing. Like there's no money management right now, and there's no like there's not even where you can test the coaster to see if the guest would even get on it. I don't even know if that's going to be a thing in the final game. 1 and 2 were pretty strict on like intense coasters. 3 was pretty lenient about it, but I don't know kind of where we're going to be at with this game here. So let's see, does that look right? There's a lot of things in the menu that you see are grayed out. It's because they're just not done yet. Because normally, like, there's a test button. I wonder if you could test, you know, even before the track's done, just to kind of see if everything actually works and that you can make it up. Like, I use a lot of momentum in my coasters, so when you go down, I have really like steep climbs after my big hills, and sometimes you make them a little too steep, and it will just stall out and go backwards. So between that, they also look like they have an auto complete. So that's grayed out. There's a lot of things missing right now. I don't actually know the release date when they actually plan to have this thing completely done. I'm curious. I'm gonna need to look that up here in a little bit. Let's try to get this thing around to the station, and then I'm gonna build hopefully a spectacular building around the station itself, and kind of show you guys some of the neat things that you can do. And that's why I'm really like. The videos they've released, I've been just blown away by looking at some of the creations, looking at how the building tools work, and how you can really incorporate shops inside of buildings now. It's just something that's really neat. I hope you can tell that I'm really excited. So, let's see. That looks good. We're probably ready to test. Let's see. Place entrance. We'll probably place it on one end. We'll place the exit on the other. Like so. Now I need to add a queue line. The path tool's a little tricky. It took me a while to get used to it. You can tell you have a lot more freedom, but it also is a little more difficult to use. And I think I've screwed this path up to the left. I might need to make that a bit wider. Yeah, it looks like it might be a little screwed up, but we'll go back and correct that here in a second. I need to go ahead and build the entrance and exit paths here. So, alright guys, it's time for the fun stuff. I skipped over me building the building. I don't think it's necessary to show that. I mean, if you guys want to see that kind of thing, I can somewhat incorporate it, but it took me a long time. The building tool, it's unique. I mean, it's pretty easy to use, but you can do so much with it. Here's my awesome bathroom. I'm really proud of that. You can go in on either side. Let's see, here's the Screaminator. This, like I said, this is just going to be the entrance of the park. I'm not really going into much. Like, this area is going to be fairly detailed, but it's going to be when I get into like the pirate themed. I want to build almost like a whole town in there. I'm just ready. I want it to be awesome. So let's see. We're gonna ride a couple rides. I just want to show you like some of the fun things that you can do. Because like if I want to watch somebody play this, I really want to see stuff like this. I want to see you ride the rides. I want to see your awesome creations. So let me know if y'all think any differently. Like, this is not like scrap mechanics. Like, scrap mechanics is one of those things where it's like I want to see somebody build what they're creating, because there's a lot of things that you can learn from that. And here, I mean, I guess you can. I don't know what's wrong with that window over there. And also, I don't know what's taking this ride. I want to ride this ride, so hopefully this doesn't take too long here. But yeah, the scrap mechanic, you can really learn some things from watching people build. Here, I guess you can say, yeah, you would have learned something from watching me build the building over there, or something like that. But anyways, I just skipped over it. I really just rambled the whole time when I was building it. So, and frankly, I don't think it was very entertaining. So, we're gonna skip that. Let's go ahead and ride this. This is really cool. This looks so much more detailed. Once I think about like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3s, where you could ride all the rides, everything was all really dated looking. Well, of course, for the time, it looked good, but this is just awesome. I'm really ready to ride my roller coaster. Let's see. Let's go out to that. That's pretty cool. I mean, the rides are really detailed. I give them a lot of credit here. Let's hop back into the seat. Oh yeah, that's awesome. It's gonna be cool when once this whole park's kind of filled up and you'll have all that stuff in the distance. And I'm excited about this. I get really kind of weird and giddy around games like this. So let's see. There's that. Here's my roller coaster. I've got the Planet Coaster building here. I've got a little hat shop over to the right, and here's where the guests enter. I need to cover some of this up and make it look a little bit more like an interior building. Right now it's just kind of a hollow shell. There's the hat stall, and then let's go up here to the top. Here's where we load up and we ship out. Another thing I have a little bit of issue with, the camera it's strange. I'm trying to get over here where we can see guests loading up, because it's kind of awkward going around in this building. But yeah, the camera's a little strange on this game, so if you see me kind of jarring around left to right, just know that I'm struggling with the camera. Anyways, it's time to ride here, so let's go up the first hill. The game froze a little bit, but we're going to ignore that and just continue up here. Oh, this is awesome looking. Everything's really detailed. Even the track. I mean, there's all the little minor details in there. It's pretty cool. And let's go down the first hill here and see what kind of speed we get. Hopefully we don't stall out anywhere. I didn't test this before. Oh yeah, that seems like we're gonna have plenty of speed here. A lot of my coasters, I try to maximize ride time. I don't think this one's gonna be very long. But in my future coasters, I really like to build longer ones. It's like the same feeling you get when you're at an amusement park. You don't want to stand in line for like 30 minutes to have a 20 or 30 second coaster. There's a couple of like powered launch coasters that I've been on where it's just like as soon as it starts, it's basically over. But yeah, that was pretty cool. A couple of floating lights there. I'll go in here and kind of fix the building. It just needs some stuff on the interior to make it look a little bit more realistic. Coaster wise, I might go back and tinker with it a little bit. I don't know how much I'm gonna mess with it. I really want to move on to the pirate side of things. I'm gonna have like a little pirate village over to the right side. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of just build the entrance and show you guys what to expect here. I'm really excited to do this. You're not going to get a whole bunch. This is not going to be like Scrap Mechanics. It's not going to be episodes every other day, basically. It's going to be one of those things. It might be every couple, 2 or 3 days. I'm going to eventually run out of some content on this. Like I said, it's in alpha, and it's kind of limited in what it has right now. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to like the video, subscribe. Anything and everything helps. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to try to get into a little cool position here. If I can work with the camera, I need to get a screenshot. But anyways, we'll see you guys next time.